Okay.
Hey, so I'm talking to Farrukh Azfar, working in the Department of Particle Physics at the University of Oxford. What was your motivation to have a career in particle physics?
So I think I'll extend the question backward in time from particle physics to how I became interested in physics. When I was a child, when I was about between 5 and 6, were the Apollo moon landings, and I remember getting really excited about science then. We even bought a TV so we could see the moon landings back in Pakistan. Then, when I was a teenager, my English teacher in school in Pakistan showed us a series called The Ascent of Man, narrated by Jacob Bronowski, in which I saw the relativity, the bit about relativity, and I became fascinated. And as a teenager, I bought a book on special relativity. And then, by a series of opportunities to work with various people, do research projects with various people as a student, I came to experimental particle physics. But I think the interest began with those two incidents that I just told you about.
Okay, I see. And what fascinates you most about science or physics or particle physics?
So in time, my interest became focused towards quantum fluctuations. I started out by doing precision measurements of particles that we call B quarks, their lifetimes in particular. But then I became, and these involve very precise measurements. And then I became interested in precision measurements and quantum fluctuations. And so I participated in what's called the G-2, or the muon gyromagnetic ratio experiment, whose first run completed a couple of years ago. So that is one aspect of quantum fluctuations, where particles that you cannot observe affect a physically measurable quantity, in this case, the muon's gyromagnetic ratio. But these quantum fluctuations also give rise to a zero-point energy in the universe, which is intricately connected with the accelerated expansion of the universe. So that's why I'm now interested in the LSST Rubin telescope project, which seeks to measure this phenomena.
I see. Yeah, that all sounds very interesting. And one last question: what makes Oxford a special place?
We have one of the biggest departments in the country, and there are people with a variety of skill sets and interests. I mean, just now, for example, and of course, there are many departments where people do many interesting things. So, for example, right now I'm taking a course on GPU programming, just to see if I can make my simulation run faster. So that's an example of the, if you look around and find experts in various fields, the kind of help you can get from somebody who's in a totally different field. So that's one thing which I find very special about Oxford. I'd just like to make a note for the younger people looking to go to university that, if you're really deeply interested in something and you have a passion for it, it doesn't really matter which institute you end up studying at. That is strictly secondary. The passion and the interest are important.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks a lot for your insights. And yeah.
Thank you, Lars.